specimens. So they're kind of letting him out to just kind of test his abilities. I guess they kind of have a little bit of forewarning was coming out, so they're just sending him out to see to test how he's able to deal with it.
So Warhead's an experiment. Tell us what type of so he's made by what's his kind of goal?
I'm sorry, what's that?
A little reverb there. So what? Tell us a little bit about your what's his overall goal for AIM?
Well, to go over his origin, he dropped out of school because he thought he'd be the next big Twitch streamer, but he kind of realized that there wasn't really much interest in watching him stream duck hunt, so he needed money. So to get that money, he signed up for experimentations through Miss.
Nice. A lot of streamers out there looking for some cash, so definitely makes sense. Sweet. So yeah, you guys are all kind of throughout New York City, and Iceman will hopefully be here in a bit. He's a little bit delayed as well, so hopefully he can jump in. But currently, we got this crew, and you guys. Normal day in New York City, whether you're walking around looking for new assignments for AIM, explorer, or kind of helping out the Morlocks and New York City sewers, we're just taking a nice leisurely stroll through Central Park. But this piece is quickly broken. You all see kind of above, first with a bang, but within this just fiery portal opens, and you see these monstrous creatures just burning through. Some of them look like ships. A lot of them just look like insects, just kind of all streaming through this portal. And Clint, Hawkeye, you've got a bird's eye view on this one because the main portal opens right above Central Park. You see these creatures just kind of pouring through, and eventually you see this one just impressive looking flagship. It's almost as bigger than a skyscraper as it comes just slowly through the portal. And as it does, you guys all feel kind of, whether you're in the sewers, the Central Park, or just kind of patrolling the streets, you all hear a voice kind of echo out through your head. And it's got this kind of just gravelly, almost robotic yet scratchy like quality as you hear it come screeching through, and it goes, "The annihilation wave has reached Earth. We have claimed it in the name of Annihilus. Surrender now and join the wave, or meet your destruction." And with this, you see guns begin blazing from the craft. Drones begin buzzing through, and Clint, you see the kind of with this. Central Park was packed. It was midday, a nice summer's avenue, and you start to see drones piling through the portals and starting to terrorize the citizens. You all, and kind of through this little telepathic connection as well with Annihilus himself, Warhead and Nightcrawler, you guys are even below the sewers, below the streets of New York, you're able to kind of see this dreadnought come through, hovering over Central Park, and just blazing amounts of drones coming through and beginning to assault the good citizens of New York. How does everybody react? And Clay, you're kind of in the hot seat with this one a little bit too.
My first thought is I need to get to my car or because I just parked here for a nice walk, and I'm not that far. So my first thought is, how can I get either a hold of the Avengers or get to my car to get my stuff, because I don't have my stuff with me. So I need to book it for my car. And I'm going to book it for my car and help anybody that may be in danger on my way to my car, right? So I'm just hustling, busting my butt to my car.
Sweet. You kind of start dashing as you're coming through. You start to see these drones swooping down, some just crashing down with incredible force, some blasting out at the passersby. You do see kind of a young couple look like they're having a nice picnic, but are trapped by one of the drones. You see this insect-like creature, its beady wings flapping ahead of it, and it looks like it's leveling a punch towards them. Clint, I know you don't have your gear, but
I don't have my gear, but I can help. So I'm going to use my action called help to try to help out this couple. That target character gets on an edge of their next action as long as it happens before the aiding character's next turn. So I'm not exactly sure. Do I click on it to? Oh, I did it. I rolled something, I think. Oh, yes. I told you what help does.
Yeah. So that's what help would do. So that would be able to help the citizen. So how does Clint try to help him? Does he try to distract him, whip something at the creatures, and kind of get them on?
Yeah. So as I'm running, I'm gonna try to see what's on the ground. If I can find a stone or something, or a large branch or something, I can hurl at this drone to try and get it to either get me distracted so I can get in a better position to maybe grab it with something or smack it out of a branch or something.
For sure. Give me a melee agility check. Let me pull up a character sheet too. So you'll see there's a spot that says damage right next to your agility. Click that, and we'll see how that goes for him.
So next to my agility, I've got my score, the defense, and then the non-combat. Is that correct?
So you should have non-combat, and then you should have attack next to that.
Okay. So what you want me to roll, melee or agility?
Agility.
Okay, so let's see what I do here. It is not doing anything. My character sheet is. It's not. I click on it and it doesn't do anything. So let's see. Confirm.
Yeah, if you click the agility, it should roll it for you.
My character. Yeah, it's not clicking on my character sheet, but if that's what you rolled for me.
Oh.
Yep, it's not allowing me to click on my character sheet. It's not allowing me. I click on it, it doesn't do anything. So let's see, melee, agility, combat, right? Notes. If I click on this, does it? Okay, does that?
Oh, are you looking on the left-hand side where kind of all your ability stuff is?
Nope. I have my ability scores, and I have my scores. I've got the defense column, the non-combat column, and the attack column.
Yeah, and if you click on like the DM ×4, is it not letting you roll that?
It is not.
Oh, weird.
Can anybody else click on theirs?
Yeah, everybody try to give a roll real quick, see if it's
Yeah, nothing happening on my end either.
So
Warhead's worked.
Weird. Well, we'll figure that out, but for now, we'll use that roll there. So let me think, it was decent. Yeah, so 17 on that side. It says so you're able to whip that branch at it. Nice 28 damage too. So yeah, how does that branch take down this grunt as you throw it through?
Well, so I'm gonna throw the branch, and I'm assuming it knocks it out of the air, and I'm just gonna, the branch is gonna hit it. It's gonna fall out of the ground, onto the ground, and I'm just gonna grab that branch and just beat the living hell out of it until it sparks and pieces go flying. And
you beat down that drone. You see it kind of start twitching for a bit with the kind of the latent bug energy to it, but you see it eventually gasp down. You see kind of the grateful couple. The girl just takes off. The guy does a brief wave before following her with a "Thanks, Hawkeye," as he dashes off, trying to find safety.
So I just kind of brush myself off and kind of position myself for the next, not realizing, this is actually happening. So I'm like, I'm ready to move to the next thing, while also trying to figure out, okay, how do I get to my car to get my stuff?
Yeah, you after that, you've got a clear path to your car. You could definitely get kitted out in your full gear.
Excellent,
you can get your
perfect.
full Hawkeye on. And with that, we'll kind of shift focus. Nightcrawler, you're in the Morlock tunnels. You see all this kind of through the telepathic connection of Annihilus, see this destruction being unleashed, the world being told to submit. How does Kurt Wagner react?
He's going to head towards the surface as fast as he can to try and intercept and help as much as he can.
Sweet. So you're able to kind of dash through the sewers. Fortunately, you find the Morlocks basically give you this is human problems. We'll kind of stay down in our sewers as this goes on. They fortunately not able to join you, but you are able to dash into the soup, make your way up to the streets of New York. You see kind of the usual kind of a main street, which is usually crowded with congestion, but now there are drones blasting parked cars, skyscrapers on fire. But you see that the largest dreadnought is right at Central Park. How's Kurt? What's Kurt trying to do to get there quickly?
Teleporting as far as I can within visual range to close the distance as fast as possible.
You're able, you see that like people throughout New York are probably just surprised as the drones come down and attack, but they start to see this weird hear this weird bath, smell brimstone, see some fire, and a fuzzy blue elf pop into you out of existence as you make your way down. You do see, though, as you're kind of baffing through, it looks like there's a human kind of like clutching their hand out of a broken window on a skyscraper. You see this young man, he's probably in his 30s, pale skin, is kind of like is starting to lose his grip, getting close to falling. How does Kurt Wagner help?
So, So I don't know how this would relate in spaces, but if I'm not in combat, I can teleport up to 100 times my rank in spaces away.
Wow, that's impressive.
So I would think that I could teleport up to this guy and then maybe use my teleport object ability to grab him and teleport with him to a safe location.
Definitely. Give me an agility check as you're trying to bath through, grab him before he falls, and get him to safety.
Yeah, my sheet's still not.
Oh yeah, let me figure out why it's not letting the pre-gen guys roll. Because you guys have edit authority. Oh, let me just delete that and try it again. Okay, Sean, you try it, and Steve, let me get to yours.
Save changes. So I still can't click on me. Let me close the sheet. Let me close the sheet and reopen it. Did you give us our individual characters? Did you give us the permissions to do that? Like I know that sometimes you have to do the permissions.
Because you got your edited controlled by, which is weird. I even deleted it and resaved it to see if that would help. Let me try it.
Yeah, it's not even letting me do like initiative rolls or anything. I'm not opposed to getting. I mean, I can just grab 3d6 and roll 3d6 also. So.
Yeah, let's do that. You got all the modifiers there. If everybody has 3d6, if not, you guys do have. There's a dice roller on the left-hand side of your screen. Warhead, you're the one that's fine with the manually created character. I'm not sure why the pre-gens aren't letting players roll right now, but we'll just gotta roll with it. So Steve, you can either give me 3d6 through there if you have 3d6 of your own you want to roll. The dice are on the left-hand side of the screen near the bottom with that little d20 icon. So your choice.
So I think you need to do it separately because you need the marble die. So I think you need to separate.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I think you need to roll 2d6 and then roll the third one as a separate to determine if you get the single marble piece.
Sweet. So you got a 6 there, so 9. What's your agility?
5.
Solid. You baff in, you grab him, kind of tuck and roll and baff again. Are able to get him back safely on the skyscraper. You see, it looks a little green in the face, but he kind of goes, oh, I thought they had me. He kind of looks confused at first. He goes, Nightcrawler?
Yes.
I knew what they said about the mutants wasn't true. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
With that, you are able to kind of get back on the path to Central Park, where just all hell is breaking loose. From there, we'll go pick on Warhead. Warhead, you were kind of patrolling the city streets as this went down. So you see all this going on. How does Warhead react?
So I'm pretty much flying through the streets right now. Then I'm just trying to see where help's needed, and if it looks like a drone's attacking someone, I'm going to kind of intercept and try to blast them.
Sweet. As you're flying through, you see we're still getting a little reverb for you there on that one, Brett. I have to mute there. But yeah, so you're flying through, you see this helicopter in the air getting assaulted by the drone. How is the Warhead going to be helped?
I'm sorry, can you say it again? You cut out for me.
Definitely. So yeah, you see this helicopter driving through, and you see the drones attacking it. How is Warhead going to be able to help?
So I'll just do a fire blast to get its attention to stop the attacking the helicopter, so the helicopter can get away.
Sweet. Give us a blast. So agility to roll for that with the damage.
So agility.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. How do you take? How does that blast look? And how do you take it down?
So his flames are green flames, so it just kind of catches him on fire and melts it.
Nice. You're able to burn through him there, and you see the kind of the helicopter pilot give you a grateful wave as he kind of stabilizes and flies off. Sweet. But with that, we've got our last hero here, Iceman. So before all hell broke loose, what was Iceman up to? And is there anything different you're bringing to Iceman for this universe?
This is going to be the 80s Super Friends Iceman, where he actually uses the, when he's got flight, but instead of flying, he's actually using his ice to create the massive sleds for him to pretty much fly quickly through the air. As far as where he's at, he'd probably be local with some other, superheroes in New York where this is happening, maybe working on some science experiments because he's kind of intelligent. But as soon as he hears or sees that there's this alien menace, he's going to bolt out and help in any which way he can, because he does not like bullies whatsoever. So
sweet. Yeah, so you're kind of hanging out the apartment where the Spider Super Friends, Firestar and Spider-Man used to hang out. Fortunately, the other heroes aren't with you today, but you're still getting some good experiments in. You hear an explosion and you're worried it's you at first, but looking outside the window, you see this fleet of drone insect-like ships assaulting New York, and hear a nihilist in your head telling you the planet must submit to him. How does Iceman jump in? What does Iceman do at that point?
Iceman's like, he's not taking that, and he thinks dude's a little frosty, so he's actually going to actually jump out the window, turn into Iceman, and then do the whole flying slide thing, and get to where there might be some combat and some civilians need some help, and he'll throw up an ice wall or an ice barrier to protect a group of folks that are maybe taking shots from these drones.
Yeah, you fly through, able to get some ice barriers out, and you do see as you kind of sliding through, kind of headed towards that big ship. It does look like one of the kind of this little bodega is on fire. You see these flames starting to build, almost getting out of control. How does Iceman help there?
So I will go near that fire, and I'm trying to think the best thing for me to do to put that out is probably going to be elemental blast. He'll kind of take a look to see if there's anybody in there, and if it's empty of civilians, he'll use the elemental blast to put that fire out.
Sweet, give us a blast there.
Okay, let's see if I'm doing this right.
And the sheets may not be working, so just give us 3D or 2d6 and 1d6. There's no way to give the Marvel die without that, and then we'll see how that goes. Unless your sheet lets you roll for some reason.
Was that the? Is that going to be the agility check?
That'll be agility. Yeah, the range attacks with this one are always agility, unless there's something with your power that says they're different. And then melee is always melee with the
Yeah.
Marvel system.
Yeah, so for whatever reason, again, mine's not working, but no biggie. I'll just follow what you guys were doing. So that's not good. Let me roll the second one. And the third one. Okay, so that would be 5, 8, 9, 14 total.
Sweet. So we'll give you that first one. So roll 1 and then 2d6. We'll give that first one to you as your 616. So with the Marvel system, the Marvel die, if you do roll a 1, gives it to you as a 6. So we'll give that to you there. So just roll those ones on that style there. But yeah, how does that look? You see Ice Blast comes through. You're able to just blast it. You see this icy sheen cover the fire for a moment. It is just kind of like burning against the flames. How does it look as Iceman overcomes that and puts out the fire?
You kind of see this frost kind of power build up near him. It kind of ends up like a ray with snowflakes around it heading straight into the building. And it kind of fans out from there and might even create a whole ice block if you rolled that good. So hopefully the fire's put out at that point.
Okay, so you see the fire just kind of looking like Christmas in July right now with the ice all around the summer day. But you do see the flames are put out, but you do see this large dreadnought type ship hovering over Central Park. And no, that's probably where the fighting is thickest, or where the civilians need the most help.
And I'll head there next.
Perfect. So as you all kind of arrive at the city of Central Park all about the same time, some of you know each other, some of you are just meeting for the first time, but as the heroes gather, you see this chaotic scene, usually where the park, it's New York, so it's always a little bit hectic, but this hectic is replaced by chaos. You see drones attacking civilians, the drones, just numerous of them just swarming around, just really creating havoc. We're going to get into our first combat. Give a little combat to show off the system. So let me throw that on the map so the crew can see. And you guys are all coming from some different angles, so feel free to place yourselves wherever you would like to on the map, kind of from, or wherever you'd like to from the edges of the map. And you guys can kind of come in. You see all of these creatures just buzzing through, and you're able to kind of jump in and get it going. And we're going to get our first initiative of the game. One of the cool things with this one is every roll you do uses the 3d6 system, but for things like initiative, we actually get to add in our vigilance with that 3d6, and it's one you can't fail, so it's one you can't go below the target number. So throw yourselves down. We'll throw in a quick initiative, but we're also going to take a quick 2 or 3 minute break. I'm going to see if I can figure out what's going on with the Marvel sheets to get those going. And we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry for the quick little break there. We tried to see if we could fix the whatever's going on with the Roll20 character sheets, but some of us can roll and some of us can't on that side, and haven't figured out what the rhyme or reason on that is. But we are back and jumping into our first combat with the crew. I should have got that up. Let me get the initiative tracker up. And so fortunately, I'll probably have to roll that for you guys just to make that a little bit easier to get in there.
Yep.
And then we'll get everybody going. Sweet. So, Brent, you should be able to roll yours. I think it's still working for Warhead. So, Warhead, give me an initiative roll, and I'll kind of go through with the heroes and get them all in. Sweet. I think all of our heroes are in. Let me get some of the drones in. I'm going to have these guys go in 3 groups. As you guys see these drones kind of swarming around the citizens of New York, attacking indiscriminately. But you guys know you're the heroes. You're X-Men, Avengers, and creations of AIM. You all know that with some teamwork and kind of seeing some of your fellow heroes around, you may be able to turn the tide and make sure these civilians are protected and maybe find a way to take on Annihilus himself. And no surprise, Hawkeye, you are the first to act. You're fully geared up. You see more of these drones swarming around. Nightcrawler and Iceman from the X-Men, who you recognize, and a guy you probably don't recognize, glowing on the other side of the park, but all these drones in between. What do you do?
Well, first I'll think to myself, it's no Avengers, but I think any help will do at this point. And I am going to the drone. How high are the drones off the ground?
So these guys are actually on the ground. Most of these guys are actually all these guys are on the ground right now. Kind of wings fluttering, but it's kind of just approaching these humans on the ground.
Okay, so what is my range on some of these here? My range doesn't say. So let's see, actions, reactions, movement, combat reflexes. So I'm definitely just gonna advance towards. So there's this between me and looks like War Iceman. There's one drone and a civilian. So I'm gonna position myself. I can't move myself anymore. What happened? Seems I've lost the ability. Oh, there we go. There we go. I got the right button now. So what is my movement?
So it should be in spaces, and you should be able to find it. Kind of next to your ability scores, if you click over to speed size.
Movements. Speed and size. Run speed 5.
Run speed 5.
So I can go 5 squares.
Sweet. And Brent, you're reverbing again.
5 squares. Okay. So one, and so for this, does diagonal count as a space, or does it have to be a straight forward or straight to the side space?
Oh, they can do diagonal with this too.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put myself right there. And I guess I could have teleported also.
Oh, so I can have teleporter?
In my movement, I have teleport as an action.
Oh, wow, okay.
Looks like I might have all of the abilities.
Oh yeah, yours may be glitching because when I look at yours, I just see the run speed and run through the climb.
I've got the actual sheet here, so let me look just to make sure.
But yeah, you do have 5 move speed for run.
Okay, so it looks like. Yeah. Okay, so Okay, cool. I can do stopping power then. So I'm going to stopping power this drone right here. And that costs me 5 focus. And I make a ranged attack on the enemy. So I'm going to roll my 3d6
Sweet.
for this is my agility. I'm assuming, yeah, my agility.
Mhm.
So it's going to be my 3d6. Oops, I rolled a die off the table. That's always good, right? Roll that one again. So 6, 7, 8. So 6, 10, 12. 10 times 4. So it'd be 48.
Perfect. Yeah. So how does that look as Hawk? Because you take this drone out pretty handily. How does it look with that all kind of Hawkeye grabbing his bow and putting down a drone?
So can you describe these drones again? Are they kind of just like, I mean, think of like, are they like the drones from Spider-Man? Or are they how are these drones? Are they actually like bee looking drones, like drones?
Oh
like
no,
they
these
are
are. And I should clarify. Yeah, these are like insects. These are insects, like kind of mindless insects. You see buzzing wings, clacking mandibles. Some of them have blaster rifles, but most of them seem to be just swinging with their fist. But their fists are strong enough to crack concrete and bend metal, as they're kind of terrorizing the park.
Okay, yeah. So I'm basically going to shoot the abdomen is just going to explode. The arrow's just going to go straight through, and the abdomen is just going to explode. And you have the thorax in one side and the bottom on the other end. They just fall apart on both sides.
Yeah, you see them split apart. You see the bug come crashing down. And this was the bug you shot, right?
Yep, this guy
Sweet.
right there. So that is my stopping power, and then I believe I need to reduce my focus by 5.
Yep.
So 55. That change it on my sheet also. Let's see. It actually changes it on my, so that's working. So the character sheet and the token are working. That's good to know.
Not sure what's going on with Roll20 today. Hopefully it'll start working throughout. But luckily, Warhead, your sheet's working. What's Warhead doing as he sees all this going down? And you may be on mute too. You there, Warhead?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Yeah.
All right, so I see the one right around the corner from the tree. I'm going to be probably about 2 spaces in midair, and I'm going to do an elemental blast on the one that looks like that would be above me on the screen. Now, when I make an attack, do I make an agility attack or do I attack from the powers?
So agility attack. You want to make sure you click the damage section.
So I click the box where it says DM times 3 plus 5.
Mm-hmm. That's so weird. It's working for you, but nobody else. Yeah, that's a hit. And yeah, that thing looks wounded as you blast it. How does that all look?
So I have a ability as a reaction if I damage someone with Wisecracker. So yeah, I just surround them and fire. Then I just make a comment about now I just need a tub of butter for you.
Nice. What does that do?
Let's see. Effect: the character cracks a joke at the enemy's expense. Make an ego attack. On a success, it does regular focus damage. On a fantastic success, the damage is doubled and the target is stunned for 1 round.
Perfect. And you're able to do that as a reaction?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Oh, sweet. Yeah, so give me an ego check. Solid. Yeah, so you kind of hear that butter comment go off. You see the insect clacking its mandibles in confusion, and it is stunned. All right, Iceman, you're up.
Cool. Okay, so Iceman's gonna use his. Okay, so I'm hearing an echo, and I know it's not my settings.
Yeah, Brett, it's echoing pretty bad again.
Okay, so I'm gonna burst the one closest to me to protect the tomb where I'm at, and I'll actually move up a little bit just so that I can be more of a target for this guy if he does decide to go into melee. So I'll use the burst power and kind of shoot as much ice as I can to hopefully like make him into a giant snowball and just fall to the ground and weigh him down. So let's do that. Elemental burst. Let's see if my agility's working. Nope, it's not. Let me roll it. Okay, so a 2, 4, 5. The 4 was the marvel. So that's 9, 11, plus 5 is 15. So I don't know how to do the actual like damage part of this.
So the nice thing with the Marvel system is you go off. It's all one dice roll. So you said you rolled a 4 for your Marvel dice.
Yes.
So it would be 4 times 3, so 12, so 17 damage.
Awesome. Okay.
So yeah, you see that ice kind of blast off, covering this creature. It's still standing, but you do see kind of like half of its body is covered in ice. It's moving sluggish. The drone definitely looks like it's nearing the end of its days.
Okay. And that was, let me see that burst. Okay, so this one doesn't, at least I don't see as far as in the powers, that it has a focus cost.
Nope, burst is free. If you had the blast version, that would cost you, I think, like 5 or 10 focused.
Got it. Okay.
But it also, I think with blast, you get to spend a number of focus to do extra damage on top of the 5. So
got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't go with that one first because I want to make sure how things worked. So okay, cool. Sweet. That's it.
Perfect. Well, you guys see as you're coming through, these drones start to spark a life. Some of the ones that were attacked, one is stunned, unable to move. The one that was blasted by Iceman comes twittering in. You see its mandibles launching out, and this creature is going to try to clobber you. So it is going to make an attack. If it gets a fantastic success, it'll be able to knock you prone. So this is going to go up against your melee defense. So it's your melee defense. I think they do the math for you too, but plus 10, or your melee plus 10 is your melee defense.
So I do have the. Let me just see if I can find it. I took evasion as kind of a custom thing here. So instead of using my melee modifier, I'm actually using my agility modifier for my melee defense.
Sweet. Well, I know an 8 should probably miss either way. You see this creature kind of come swinging towards you. Luckily, you're able to kind of slide away using some of that portable ice to make sure you're still safe and sound. One of the other creatures you can see flying up from the bottom is also going to take a swing at you.
Yep.
This one will hit, I believe. What's your melee? What's your agility plus 10? I think it's what, 15, 16?
It's 15 right now. Yep.
Sweet.
15.
So this would, you see this creature kind of, as you dodge the other one, kind of comes up and sucker punches you from behind, cracking your ice. It deals 11 damage to you.
So I'm going to, as a reaction, I'm going to throw up, as he's about to hit me, I'm going to throw up my elemental protection, and that costs 15 focus, and it actually gives me any attacks against them that do 20 points of damage or less is instantly absorbed. So I'm going to throw up like a shield of ice that protects me from that attack, and it actually, the shield sticks around until I stop concentration.
Nice. Yeah, so you see that punch would come in pretty strong, but you see that shield come in, the ices, and just block it away. Oh, sweet. I got a couple more of these guys. What is going to go fly at Nightcrawler? What at Hawkeye? This one's going to go pick on a civilian. So kind of roll those three in order. Nightcrawler, you're first. You see this drone, this ugly insect creature coming, dashing at you, its fist outstretched. What's your melee defense? 13?
My melee defense is 12.
So a 13 will hit. So you see this coming up, smashes into you. Luckily for only 9 damage, as you kind of get beat up a little bit by the drone. Hawkeye, you see one coming at you as well. This guy is kind of like flying forward. Looks like he's just kind of headbutt you mid-flight.
So I'm gonna use a reaction.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use. I have slow motion dodge, which it gives you trouble on the attack.
Oh, nice.
An enemy makes an attack against my agility defense, and you have trouble on the attack.
Sweet. And I think, let me make sure. I think you get to pick with trouble which dice I have to re-roll. And that's how
I do believe that is true. I will double check right now.
I believe that's right, because that's how the guy at Gen Con played it. I'm pretty sure I saw that when I was doing my rule read. So I imagine you're probably going to pick that 6, right?
Yes, I will. You must re-roll the best of their dice numbers in that roll.
Oh, best to its best. So basically, you have to pick.
You must use the worst 2 and re-roll the best.
Okay. So that brings it down to 11. Does that hit Hawkeye in a melee?
Does that hit Hawkeye and a melee? 12 is my defensive score.
Sweet. Yeah, so you do that slow motion kind of action hero dodge. You see its head kind of fly over you, but you emerge unscathed. With the last drone, you see it picking on the civilian.
Yep, and I've got an arrow notched ready to go, so I'm ready.
Nice. And you see this poor civilian kind of caught in the crossfires with this annihilist drone bearing down on her. The civilians, actually, so we're using the Marvel stated civilians. That's not that. Yeah, you see this civilian. This guy just comes through, bashes into her, and she's unconscious and bleeding on the ground. Looks to be in fairly critical condition after that attack goes through. Nightcrawler, you are up.
All right. I am going to try to attack this guy that's right on top of me here. So can I attack with agility? Is that how it works?
So melee attacks, unless you have an ability, are melee is always melee, and then range is always agility, unless you have an ability. That's which the two.
Okay. Are there attacks of opportunity in this?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Anyway, I'll melee attack him here.
Solid. What's that with your melee? 14? That should actually don't hit either way. Yeah, so your Nightcrawler, so what's your modifiers on this one? So you've got that, so it's your Marvel dice times 3.
3 plus 2. So that would
sweet.
be 17.
17, yep. Yeah. How's Nightcrawler attacking this guy?
I think he's just kind of like, even though it's not separate attacks, it's him kind of teleporting around and punching him a few times.
Sweet. You were baffing around this guy, brimstone filling the air and beating into him. He's definitely looking pretty bloodied from the assault. You see part of his mandibles kind of half hanging on his jaw. All right. Hawkeye, you are up.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to do double tap here. I just want to see if it's gonna do what I want it to do. Just real quick, double tap. Where is? Yeah. So because I am within melee range, within 2 spaces, I'm gonna do double tap. I make a ranged attack against an enemy within 2 spaces. If the attack is a success, the enemy takes regular damage. On a fantastic success, the enemy takes double damage and is bleeding.
Sweet.
So this is going to be my roll for double tap. And there is no cost, it doesn't look like. So no. So 6, 11. So 6, 11, 13.
Sweet. So 13, and that's plus your melee?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Plus my melee. Yes. Plus my.
So 15. I think your melee is 2.
Yep. 15. Yep. 15. Yep. 15.
Sweet. Luckily, that's enough to just enough to hit them.
Is it enough? Is it enough for fantastic success or not?
So for fantastic success, you've got to have a 1 on that Marvel die.
Oh, okay, cool. That's the part I was missing. All right, got it. Cool.
But it is enough to hit. And I forgot what your Marvel die was for them. Was that the 4 or the 5?
It was a 5. It was a 5.
The 5? Sweet. So that would be 12 damage on that guy. Perfect. Yeah, so you I can get a quick punch in on this guy, and then we are going to get into Warhead's turn. Warhead, what are you doing?
Okay, so
We lost you if you're still talking there, Brent.
He double tapped his mute button, I think.
That's a good one.
all right, so I see this civilian being attacked. I'm going to fly in and try to help them out. So I am going to do an elemental push on them. And I click on that to show you what it does.
Perfect. Give me an ego attack. Sweet. That does beat its agility defense. Where are you pushing it?
Diagonally up and to the left. Then can I do a wisecracker remark about I'm going to send you to a Roach Motel.
Perfect. Yeah, give me an ego check. Nice, that was a seed. You see the creature is kind of stunned and it's missed. All right, anything else for Warren?
I believe that's all I can do.
Sweet. Iceman, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of tell the civilians, like, don't just stand there. You guys got to get out of here. Move. We got this. Just to kind of move them along. But I'm gonna try and attack the guy that's down, or at least looks like he's the one that's damaged right here. Is he actually down, or is he still? Is he unconscious, or is he damaged? I'm not.
There's only one drone that's down so far. So the guy with the
Okay.
X. The other ones, a couple of them are damaged, but there's only one down. The one you were fighting with up top, though, was pretty badly hurt.
Okay. And then as far as using more focus in a round, can you actually do more than one attack if you spend more focus, or no?
You can only do one attack per round. But you can definitely pick attacks with more damaging, like a blast, and use some more focus to make them get a little bit extra oomph to them.
Got it. Okay. Then just to protect this civilian over here by me, because I'm not sure they might branch off, I'm going to do a, let me see, is there elemental barrier? So I'm going to create a barrier between that surrounds the 3 of us, so that they're in here with me and they can't attack the 2 civilians on the outside.
Nice. So how with that you can form a wall of element within a line of sight and up to 10 spaces away. It comes up to 2 spaces across per rank, so 6 spaces. Yeah, sweet. You can definitely form a wall around you guys. A little icy wall.
Cool. Okay, I will take that off, and that was my action at that point, and I'm staying there as a target.
Sweet. All right, the drones are up. Iceman locking the drones in there with them. You see them kind of clucking their mandibles in confusion, but they're still hostile. You see them just starting taking swings at our poor Iceman. Sweet. So I think, unfortunately, both of those will hit.
Okay, so then I guess what's the damage for each one separately then? Because
15 on the first, and then 7 on the second.
okay, so my protection is still up. I'm concentrating on it, so that blocks each attack individually. And I believe if I'm right, there's no damage. But I just want to make sure I'm right on that before we go any further, because I don't want to.
Sweet. Because you said, I forgot what your total was for that, but you have like a certain amount that can absorb. Does it absorb and take the damage, or does it absorb and just negate the damage?
It negates the damage. So if it's less than 20, it negates the damage totally.
Nice. Yeah, you're good to go then.
So here's the power. I'll throw it in chat just so that we're all seeing it.
So it lets you place the powers?
Sorry.
Try clicking damage now, because it lets you put the power in.
Oh, that is true. Okay, I'm just gonna check one just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Not working.
Really weird. All right. Sweet. So yeah, you're able to block it with your ice. Right, your reverb.
Yeah, I had a quick question. Would that bug be pushed 3 spaces since it's 1 times my rank?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Times a great strike. So yeah, it'll be at 3 spaces back. All right.
Okay, go ahead. I'm done. Yep.
Stunned. The one that's fighting Hawkeye after getting punched in the face is going to try to do the same. You see it kind of reach out. It is going to try to clobber you.
And since I've had a second turn, I get my reaction back, correct?
You do.
Okay. So I'm going to do the slow motion dodge again.
Sweet.
Which I'm just going to make sure I can do the right thing because time warps around me, and I do slow motion dodge. You have trouble on it. You have trouble. That's all I need to remember. So trouble. So
Sweet.
Re-roll that 6.
Always a 6. All right. It's always a low rolls too with the other guys. So let's see. So that's a 13. That will miss. Yeah, so Hawkeye's just over there like Matrix fighting with this drone. Kind of throws like try to headbutt him the first time. He dives to the side, tries to uppercut him, and just kind of maneuvers around. That drone is just striking air. This one that was stunned by Warhead the last round is flying in. It is going to try to it's just going to straight brawl with you. You see it kind of coming in, flying with all of its might, and just trying to take you down with a strong strike. So what is your, let me check yours. So your melee defense is 17. Sweet. Your melee defense is 7.
Yeah, but I have evasion.
Okay. Sweet. So unfortunately, that will still hit. So you see it kind of come up, smash into you. It hits you for 9 damage. That should be all the drone guys. Nightcrawler, you're up.
Did this drone go that was by me?
Oh, no, thanks. I completely forgot that guy. Actually, I'll give you a point of karma for that, too. Oh, also, guys, I should mention karma. So you guys all have 3 karma due to your... Hawkeye, you got 2. But you guys should have 2 to 3 karma. And basically what that does is it can give you an edge on one of your rolls, so let you re-roll one of your dice, or I can give the enemy a trouble. And you guys have 2 to 3 for this adventure. Does a 12 hit you?
Well, I'm going to blink out of the way up to here.
Nice. I forgot what that one does.
As a reaction, I can teleport away.
Sweet. You kind of see this fist go through a puff of kind of brimstone and smoke, and Nightcrawler reappear on the other side. Did you see as kind of, it's with the Iceman calling out some of the kind of civilians that are at least out of harm's way are starting to chuck and kind of run away from these dangerous bugs and trying to get away as quickly as they can. Though the lady with kind of the red haircut and business clothes by the fountain does look like she is slowly bleeding out and looking pretty dire. Hawkeye, you're up.
Oh boy. Seeing that this lady's oh man, that stinks. I don't think I can get to her in time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get to her, so I'm just gonna try and nuke this drone that's in front of me. So I'm going to try stopping power.
All right.
Hey, did you guys skip me in the turn order?
Oh, did we skip? Oh, we did skip you. Sorry. Yeah, you are up, Nightcrawler. Sorry, Hawkeye.
So I am then going to I'm going to teleport up to where she's at.
All right.
And then I'm going to see if I can do something here to
Try to stabilize her a bit.
yeah.
I'll give you your choice of vigilance or logic. If you're going to be kind of just hyper aware and trying to kind of find the best ways to staunch the bleeding and get her stabilized up, or if you're going to kind of go through and just do a more methodical, by the books method of kind of first aid during this combat.
All right, I will go vigilance then.
And I'll give you your target number for this one. It is 11.
Okay.
Solid. Yeah. Oh, what your vigilance? So either way, you got 11 on that one. As long as your vigilance is in negative, you should be good there.
It is a 2.
Sweet. So you guys see this bath of smoke go through, and this little blue elf kind of pop out, or blue demon, depending on which way you look at him, pop out and start treating this civilian. She was bleeding. It looked like she was near death, but he gets her stabilized and kind of back breathing properly. Still in the thick of it with the fight, but definitely not one that looks like the next breath may be her last. Sweet. And with that, Hawkeye, it's your turn for real.
So I do have a question.
Hmm?
With ranged, does it work where if they're within a space of me, I get some sort of disadvantage or trouble? Or do I just roll a normal ranged attack at this distance?
I believe you just do a regular ranged attack at that distance. Let me make sure.
Okay, because I'm asking because with the double tap, I have to be within 2 spaces to do a ranged attack. So I'm just curious. Or I have to be I just want to clarify, because if I need to move, I'll move, but I just don't know if there's a disadvantage for being in melee range with a ranged attack.
I don't see anything on that side. I don't remember reading that when I was.
Okay, I haven't
first.
either, so I just thought maybe you would know. But so I'm going to do my stopping power ability, my stopping power, if you will. It costs me 5 focus. Let me spend that 5 focus.
All right.
And I can do a ranged attack, and on a fantastic success, it does double damage, and I take an additional ranged attack.
Oh, nice.
So I would like to use my edge, one of my karmas for an edge,
Sweet.
to try and get that marble dice either a 6 or a 1.
And with the karma too, you can call it after you roll too, so you don't have to call it out before.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming is I can change it if I need to. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so if my marble, so just to clarify, if the marble dice is a 6 or a 1, it counts. Or
Just
does it
a
have to
1
be the
for
1?
fantastic
Okay.
success. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. Oh, it is. It's a 1. I'll
Nice.
show it to the camera if you don't believe me.
Oh no.
So I still would like, I'm just going to leave it. I don't want to re-roll it. So So 6 plus the 6 is 12 or 7, 13.
Oh, plus your
On that.
agility, you definitely hit. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So that is double damage.
Nice.
So that's a lot. So how does the damage work? I times it, right? I do.
Yeah, so you did your
So-
bow attack on this one, so it would be with. Oops, I clicked on my drone, not Hawkeye. So it would be times by your agility damage modifier. So for Hawkeye, that'd be your Marvel dice, which you got a 1, which is a 6 due to the Marvel dice. So that would be 6 times 4, so 24 plus 4, 28.
So 28. Plus, I get to make another ranged attack on that target.
Nice.
So I will roll this ranged attack again. Now this is just normal. I don't get to do anything. It's not doubled or anything, but so that is a 4 for the Marvel dice and 10, so 14. Plus my agility bonus, which is a ability score 4, agility bonus. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit it again. I rolled higher than I did before, so.
We won't need to do the math on that one. Your
Okay.
last attack doubled, wiped it out, but I wanted to make sure you get that second attack in
Yeah,
with
perfect.
stopping power. How does that look? You like obliterate this guy, like
Oh, it's
he
just
was-
straight. It's straight through the head, down the back end, and it just explodes in one arrow. And I just fired the second arrow and hit the head on its way out. Like it's just like a double tap, right? Boom, boom.
Definitely, I feel like that first one was
Yeah.
like a trick arrow, exploded, shoot the head.
So it's like after he's come in, he's tried to hit me twice, and I just turn around and just loose 2 arrows right at him, and it just obliterates him.
Nice. All right, Warhead.
And that's the end of my turn.
Sweet. Warhead, you're up.
All right, I am going to fly on the other side of the civilian here to kind of provide cover for them. Then I am going to do an elemental burst at the drone that I flew away from.
Nice. That will hit and finish him. Take him down.
So yeah, his gossamer wings just kind of burn up, and he falls to the ground and splat.
Sweet. Yeah, you see kind of wings burning, kind of the spell of insects fill the air. All right, Iceman, you're up.
Did those 2 civilians near the wall actually move? Because I don't think you moved them from last round when they.
The ones near the wall did not move. The ones that are kind of within 5 or 10 spaces, or this with Marvel, they don't use feet, so within two spaces of the drones are too scared to move.
Okay, and I think I can only deal with the ones that are inside the wall with me. So I will try and just do a normal elemental burst on the one that is fairly damaged, and go from there.
Sweet.
Okay, so that was a 3, 4, 4, and the 4 was the Marvel die. So that's a total of 7, 11, and plus 5 is 16 to hit.
That'll definitely hit. And you do times your Marvel die by 3 and add 5.
Okay, so that was 12, and 5 would be 17 then to that dude.
Take him down.
Okay, he is down, and again, I'm still going to stay in range so that the other guy still attacks me at this point.
Sweet, yeah, you freeze that drone solid and crack him, shattered him to the ground. The remaining drones go. You see that kind of like this one near the edge. You see a panicked look in his eye. And you see him start to fly and kind of head towards the large craft in the distance. You see him disappear to the sky. But the others decide to fight. You see one flies up on Nightcrawler, trying to smash him in. The other one trapped in this ice box with you. Reverb it again.
Yeah, the one that flew up to Nightcrawler, isn't that one supposed to be dead? That was the one that I just hit.
Oh, I thought you hit this guy over here.
No, I hit the one that I flew away from that was right next to me.
Oh, okay. So he's still alive then. So we'll switch those places. Sweet. So he flies up on Nightcrawler. Is going to try to smash you into the ground. Will a 17 hit, or are you going to try to bamf again with some more focus?
I'm bamfing again,
Nice.
and that does. I don't think that cost me any focus. I just am limited to my once on my reaction.
Oh, is that free for the blink?
Yeah, blink is free.
Nice. Sweet. Yeah, you see him just strike through. It just hit the smoke of Nightcrawler bamfing. The last one is going to try and smash poor Bobby Drake. And with will that hit? A 14 hit you, Iceman?
No, 14 will not hit.
Sweet. You see it just impact against that icy wall. And you see the last two drones are all that's left between you guys and protecting Central Park. And Nightcrawler, you're up.
So this one's here is still alive. The one by forehead
that's
of
what
civilian. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna move back in and make a melee attack. That is probably not gonna hit.
What's your melee modifier?
9. So it'll be a 9 total.
Yeah, unfortunately, you kind of smash into the drone, but its exoskeleton's able to stand up to the blow. Hawkeye, you're up. Oh, and I will say you do have karma if you want to re-roll one of those die.
Perfect. So
I'll say the karma.
Was that to me or was that to?
Well, that was just, to Hawkeye, but not Hawkeye, to Nightcrawler. But he's saving that karma, so you are up, Hawkeye.
Okay, so we have the one left. So how many spaces does he weigh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, only 8 spaces. That's not good enough. What is my move? My run is 5 spaces. I can't get that far away. So I am just going to make a. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot at him again. So I'm going to. I don't think I have any which is a basic ranged weapons double tap. I guess I can double tap him. I will double tap. So I think it costs me 5. I think it costs me 5. Let's double check. Double tap. No cost.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, I can't do that because it has to be within 2 spaces of me. Not okay. So I can't do that. So I'm just gonna do stopping power again for 5 more focus. So stopping power. So I'll lose that focus. So 45, and I'm gonna roll for that single attack to see if I can roll and do a bunch of damage to this guy.
Nice.
So I'm going to use that 1 karma to try and reroll this Marvel die. It is a 2, so did not work. So 6, 7, 8, 9, plus my ability modifier, which is 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 12.
12? Oh, that unfortunately will miss. You kind of see the arrow clink off the thing. It looks like it's just about pierced through, but it does. The armored carapace does stop it. Warhead, you are up. There's one last drone that's not in the ice pit with Iceman. What do you do?
I was going to move closer. I was just going to move closer for my I still had my move.
Yeah,
so,
go for it. Yeah.
So I was going to move my 5 spaces. So
sweet.
So that one that's right next to me is still up.
Yep, he's still up.
All right, I'm going to try to finish him off with an elemental burst.
All right. That'll just hit. Take him down.
And yeah, just melt the concrete beneath him and set him on fire.
Sweet. Hey, you guys see just kind of a blackened singe on the burnt concrete as one of the last drones comes down. And Iceman, are you able to take out the last one stuck in the pit with you?
I really hope so. So I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try and burst them this time, and I hope this works out. So, and I may use karma just to get it done. So okay, so that was crappy roll. So a 2, 3, 4, and the 3 is the Marvel die. So that would be a 6, 9, a 14 total to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, and the damage on that would be.
You said you rolled a 3.
3's 9. So that, oh man, that's only 9, 14 points of damage.
Luckily, that is enough to finish him. How do you take him down?
Sweet. I just kind of, as I'm throwing ice at him, I'm getting closer to him, and then I kind of just like put my fist through him just to. I know it's a insect, not humanoid, so I'm not too concerned about, killing one of those things. But yeah, I just kind of walk up to it, and as I freeze it, I kind of like tap it as it explodes, and then I drop my concentration on the wall so that it'll eventually go away.
Yeah, so you guys start to see this ice wall melt and see Iceman's hand buried through this drone of Annihilus. And you guys see, at least in this immediate area, the threat has ended. You see this large dreadnought of Nihilus above, raining fire down upon the city, but the citizens around you have all been saved, and you guys find that you're not the only heroes here facing this threat. You look around, see X-Men, Avengers, and an unknown figure that you probably haven't come across before. What does everybody do?
Oh boy.
We probably should take the wounded to the nearest ambulance. That would probably be the best thing to do. And then I suggest we head to the big ship. That's where they need us, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to take care of that thing.
But while I was over there killing those two guys, you let this one die? Like, what's the deal with that? How come, if the Avengers were here, it would have been over. Like, I need you guys to step it up. And I put my arrow in my quiver and my bow on my back, and I run towards the other ship.
Do we see any way that we might be able to get up there?
Definitely. Everybody give me a vigilance check.
Vigilance. So this is the first time I'm actually rolling, and so I guess I can actually do that. I think I can do a vigilance check. Let's see. No. So for a vigilance check, you still roll the 3 plus your non-combat modifier, right?
Yep, exactly. So nice thing with this system is it's always 3d6. It's just kind of changing the modifier, and if you're doing damage, doing some multiplying.
So I rolled a 16 with fantastic success.
Nice.
13 for me. Plus my 2, so 15.
Sweet. So Nightcrawler and Warhead, you guys both got fantastics there. You guys look around. Did you see? Probably a little difficult to get to, but you see that kind of this ship, the big dreadnought is starting to get kind of low towards some of the skyscrapers, and some plucky heroes that can either fly or maybe can jump really good, may be able to make their way onto the hull if they want to do a little skyscraper jumping.
Yeah, I think I just prefer to fly there.
To help that out, maybe I can create a between various hard spots with the ice sled, kind of make a ice step as we go to certain places to kind of help those that don't fly out.
I could probably get up there with a series of teleports, I would think.
Sweet. So Warhead.
And here I am, all by myself on the ground. Can't do anything.
Hold on. Actually, that's Hawkeye, right? So I remember back from the 80s cartoon where Iceman was trolling somebody else around behind him as he's on the sled. So is there any chance he could do that with me? He could.
I am totally on board with that.
Okay.
Sounds like a
Nightcrawler, can you take him with you?
Yeah.
That would probably burn up my focus, because if I kick someone else with me, it costs focus. If I don't, I can. It's free.
Okay.
Sweet. So yeah, you are definitely able to make a ice sled to help our poor Avenger friend make his way up towards the ship. So yeah, you guys are going through Nightcrawler, Bamfing, Warhead flying, Iceman with Hawkeye in tow, making your way up kind of along the skyline, heading closer to this dreadnought that is raining fire. As you guys are getting closer, you do see the guns start to turn and swivel towards you, and you start to see them glow. What do you guys do?
So if once we get in within 20 spaces, I would like to try to snipe one of the guns.
Sweet. Give me an agility check.
Okay, so this is going to cost me 5 focus. So let me get rid of the focus. So let's
Do we ever get the focus? Does it recycle at any point?
Basically, if you had time to rest, it would recycle.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm going to use my second karma to if I don't roll 1, because I really want a fantastic success here. So.
And one thing I should mention too with karma as well, speaking of focus and HP, you can spend karma to get a modifier to your focus. Let me pull it up real quick. I think it's something times your focus and something times for HP. I think times vigilance for focus and then times resilience for HP, but I forgot what you're times it by. So for a health recovery, if we're using karma, you'd spend 1 point of karma. You'd make a resilience check. For focus, you'd make a vigilance check. Target number is 10. On a success, you'd total up the number normally and multiply it by your character's rank, and you get that back in points.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So this is going to be my second karma. So, well, if I don't roll it, but I'll use it if I don't roll it. So let's see. Come on, give me a 1. That is a 6. So that's not good. Because that's going to be garbage. So I don't get anything bonus. I'm going to re-roll that with my last karma.
All right.
To get a 3. So it's even worse. So 7.
You get to take your better of the 2, though.
Oh, okay, cool. So I will keep the 6 then, and add my vigilance or agility. I mean, right?
Yep, agility for that one.
Yeah. So my score is 4. So that's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14.
Sweet. That is enough to hit. You guys see this like impossible range shot, 20 spaces, so leagues away as you guys are approaching on your icy sleds, baffing and flying. And Hawkeye is able to take out one of those turrets, but you do still have some pointed your way.
That's 6 times. So the damage is 6 times 24, right?
Oh yeah, with this is we're out of combat, so I will worry about the damage piece
cool.
for that
all
one.
right, cool. All right, thank you.
Oh yeah, no worries. Sweet. So you guys still have some of those guns pointed your way. You're pretty far away, unless you can snipe like Hawkeye. What are you guys doing?
Are we within 30 spaces of that or no?
You are within 20 spaces. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, since I got Hawkeye behind me, I'm gonna try to dodge behind some buildings in order to get along the way there. Only because I don't want my action to hamper him, since I'm carrying somebody else that can't fly or ice anything. Okay. And then, so I don't know what that is kind of like dodge, I guess.
Yeah, give me an agility check, because you're kind of maneuvering around the skyscrapers to make it harder for you guys to shoot.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. There actually is a dodge action. The character actually dodges to avoid incoming attacks. Any attacks against the character has... Okay, so there's a dodge action, so I don't know if that's what you want to do or if you want me to roll the agility, but it says let's throw it in chat.
Yep, we're out of combat, so just do an agility check there.
Okay, got it. Okay, cool. That'll work. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, and the 4 is the Marvel die. So that would be 9, 12, 17 total.
Solid. Yeah, you see the guns start roaring, blast, maneuvering, or kind of black coming towards you, lighting up the New York skyline. But Iceman, you're able to just kind of use the buildings as cover and swivel your little icy bridge with Hawkeye in tow and keep you guys out of the fire. So, get closer to the dreadnought. Warhead, Nightcrawler, how are you guys reacting?
Is there anything around that I could, like a chunk of concrete or rubble or something that I could grab and then teleport and try to stuff down the barrel of one of these guns?
Yeah, because you can teleport up to 30 spaces, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
In combat. Outside of combat, it's 300.
Nice. Sweet.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah. So give me a melee attack with that one. If you want to use agility with that one, if you kind of throw that chuck a rock in. Nice.
So that's gonna be 12
17
plus another 5, so 23, 22?
22. Yeah, how does that look? You grab a chunk of concrete, baff out of existence. How do you take down this alien weapon?
Like I bamf right up to the gun, throw the chunk of concrete down the barrel, and then bamf away, so that it kind of does that thing where the barrel explodes in the middle as it's trying to shoot.
So you see the barrel explode. You see one gun is still active, but when that gun barrel explodes, you see a chunk born through the hull of the ship, and you guys see a way in now. But Warhead, how are you reacting as these guns come up?
So you said that there's one gun left?
One gun left, pretty far distance away.
Well, out of combat, my flight speed's 900, so just try to outmaneuver it and try to melt the gun or the barrel, so making it inactive.
Sweet. Give me an agility check. Solid. You're able to easily kind of evade the blast.
Hey guys, I hate to do this. I got to drop from the game. I got a huge basement flood going on in my basement that I just didn't realize happened. So I got to drop while there's bad around here.
No worries. Sorry.
See you later.
Sorry. Yeah, floods are not fun. But yeah, you're able to kind of dodge through those blasts. And the reverb's going to be pretty bad. But yeah, you're able to easily dodge through those blasts, and you guys do see that open hole in the hull. Are able to make your way in the dreadnought if you wish.
Let's take it on.
Yeah, I'm assuming Iceman would fly in there. So.
Yeah, so Iceman, he does, he kind of builds an icy bridge up there. But unfortunately, he sees some civilians down below on the streets of New York that need assistance. And he thinks he can count on you guys to finish up the rest of it as he goes and helps those civilians and puts out a flood, too, while he's at it. But you guys are on this dreadnought, and it looks just alien. And all of you guys, well, I don't know if Warhead has or not, but the X-Men and the Avengers have all been to space. You guys have seen kind of from Shi'ar tech all the way to Kree and Skrull tech. Annihilus and this negative zone tech just looks funky. You see the ground is covered with kind of a mucousy layer. You see that there are kind of pods on board with kind of creatures, like half gestated creatures within them. And it has this just dark red light kind of through the hallway. And even with kind of the wind whipping through the hole, you are broke into the hull, bringing some fresh air. It just has this just stink of rot and decay. But you guys are on board the ship.
Can I try melting some or these pods that have these half gestated bugs?
Sweet, no roll necessary. You're able to incinerate those pods. You guys just smell melting flesh.
I'm just kind of like stepping around in my, in my shoe, like, stepping in all this mucus, gross stuff, and trying not to get it on my hands and stuff. And then he starts melting. I move away from the nasty smelling whatever he's melting and try to see if I can find something in the other direction that he's not melting.
Yeah, that smell definitely, the smell of decay and death now intensifies with kind of burning flesh. But you do kind of looking around, you see, you guys in this, the guns were kind of at the aft end near the engines of the ship from where you guys were coming through. You do see kind of a hall that goes deeper into the facility. You'd probably imagine, and actually, I should ask, what are you guys looking for on this dreadnought? Are you guys looking for a way to maybe what are you guys looking for?
Let's find out who's driving this bad boy and see if we can bring it to the ground.
Do we even have to find the guy? We can just blast our way to the engine room and melt the engines.
Was this the only ship that we saw at the time?
It was the biggest. So there are other ships, but definitely this is the capital or the flagship.
So I would like to see if I could find those guns to see if I can start shooting the other ships out of the sky with the guns.
Sweet. Give me your choice of vigilance or logic. See if you kind of puzzle out where the guns or the ship.
Well, my vigilance modifier is non-combat checks. My logic check is actually better. So let me roll that logic check to see if I can figure out how to operate these guns.
Surprising. I thought Hawkeye would have like good vigilance.
It is +2. I thought you said resilience. Sorry.
Oh no, yeah, vigilance or logic.
+2. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 12 total.
You think you're pretty? You've been to space. You're pretty sure with this style of ship, guns should be kind of on the side. But gun control should be towards the kind of southwest quarter. You definitely see kind of a door heading that direction, and you're reasonably sure that should be right.
All right, I'm gonna just say I'm gonna go snipe some stuff because that's what I love doing. I love sniping stuff. So I'm gonna head off towards what I think is the controls for the guns.
All right, Nightcrawler and Warhead. Are you guys following? Or you guys have your own objectives?
I'm gonna follow. I think Nightcrawler's a little overwhelmed by everything that's happening, so he's just going to try to stick with the people he knows who seem to have an idea of what to do and make sure that they're going to survive.
Definitely fair. Warhead, how about you?
Yeah, don't want to leave anyone behind, so it's best to follow and help out. And if it looks like there's anything important to the ship on the way, I might burn it up.
Definitely. So you guys are able to make your way through with Vigilant or Warhead. Kind of setting some fires as he goes, but eventually you guys do come to a door. Hawkeye, you're pretty sure this should be that weapons control room.
This is it. Let's get in there and blow some ships out of the sky.
You click
Can you? What is there like a control I can see for the door or?
Definitely. So it's got like this weird little. It's kind of hard to see in the red light, but you do see like this faint black pad. The probably with insect eyes probably stands out a lot better, but you do realize you probably push that and it'll open the door for you.
I will push it to try and open the door.
You see the door jut up. And you see kind of looking around in this room. You do see controls, but it doesn't seem to be the ship's weapons controls. You see some of the startled insects. These ones don't look like they're combat drones. Definitely looks like they're drones. You see kind of this single-mindedness in their eyes, but they all seem to be kind of rapidly working on what they're doing. And you see a lot of status readouts aboard the ships, and you hear just kind of this chittering, this clack, 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 as they look at you guys in alarm. And you see some of them kind of fluttering their wings as they see you come in. But surprisingly, nobody gets out of their chairs.
Do the controls look like anything we would remotely understand?
That's what I was just about to ask.
Give me a logic. Both of you guys give me a logic check there. Target number we'll say for this one is 13.
Oh, God. 6, 11, 15, 16.
Nice.
So I got a
Oh, yeah, it's Marvel, yeah.
14 with a fantastic success.
Yeah, you guys probably know from different corners of the galaxy. These guys have weird tech, but it still matches up for Nightcrawler for some of the Shi'ar stuff you've come across. Hawkeye, probably more with the Kree or Skrull or whatever threat the Avengers were facing. But you can tell this isn't the weapons control room, but this is their kind of shielding as well as their life support control.
Shield's good. Life support good. Well, I guess we could take down the shields. I would say
other people on the outside the opportunity to bring the ship down that way.
Yeah, so let's see if we can take down the shields and maybe kill a couple of these workers while we're at it.
Is there any way we can steer the ship into some kind of clearance so we're not landing on a bunch of buildings, cars, and people?
You guys should definitely make your way to the kind of control room or cockpit for that and see if you can find a way to land.
Yeah, let's take out the shields and then try and find a way to either not crash it into the city or, Central Park maybe.
Let's put it into the Hudson.
That too. So, yeah, I'm going to walk over to what I think is the main control panel and just, I don't know, I don't have martial weapons. It doesn't say I have martial weapons. It just says I have a bow and arrow. So
you've got arrows. Just stab the arrow.
All right, I'll take one of my arrows out and make a melee attack against this little drone thing and get it out of whatever main chair I think is whatever the main console is, and try and take the shields down.
Sweet. You don't need a roll for that one. You stab. Oh, you stab the arrow into the drone. You're able to kind of just yank it aside. And are you trying to? Actually, I should ask, how are you taking down the shields? Are you just the controls well enough from your time in space to kind of do a command on this one? Are you breaking the computer? What are you thinking?
Yeah, so I'm going to at least look at it and see if I know. If I don't, I guess if I roll a logic attack for myself, and if it's low enough, I smash it, I start smashing it. And if it's high enough, I try and figure it out if it's,
Go for it.
6, 9, 13, 14... So I got a 15. So I'm going to try and figure it out if I can actually code it or find the command to actually take the shields down.
Sweet. So you do know the command to take the shields down based on with that last logic roll you did. If you wanted to kind of frag the system or kind of block them out of the system afterwards, that would be another logic check, or unless you have another ability on that side to kind of keep the systems intact but keep it locked out so somebody couldn't just come behind you and flip those shields back on.
Yeah, let's see if I can keep people locked out. See if I can hack my way out of this. And now with that roll, I don't think. 5.
Tien is 15 on this one.
9.
You guys see Hawkeye confidently flip the switch, but when it goes to kind of slicing and locking it out, it's just not his forte.
Can I just, once we get this where we want, leave the room and just weld the door shut so no one can get in here?
Yeah, so you can definitely try to weld the door shut. Give me an agility check. See how stable you can make that door. Solid. Yeah, you are able to fuse that door shut. It is the metal kind of melding into the frame around it. It would take a pretty good jackhammer, somebody incredibly strong, to be able to break that out anytime soon. So you guys have the shields down with Hawkeye flipping that switch. You start to hear some bombardment on the outside of the hull. It seems to be holding so far pretty well. The Earth is still kind of getting its resistance together. What do you guys do next?
I like Warhammer's idea to try to find the
control room or the bridge.
And,
I
keep
agree.
this
That's what
sucker
I
down.
was just about to say.
Sweet. So you guys headed towards that control room, or kind of cockpit, I should say. I forget what the bridge. Yeah, headed that way. As you guys are making your way through, surprisingly, you haven't seen many kind of warrior types as you come through. Most of the drones seem to be kind of doing that same twittering thing, but nobody's really throwing themselves in your way. Nobody's really kind of raising the alarm. It's all just kind of these drones just kind of buzzing, but they all do seem to kind of like looking at you and watching you as you pass.
I'm getting an is there insight in this? Like, can I like? Are they all watching us for a reason? Like, would I know? I guess I wouldn't know because I've never really seen this stuff before. But
yeah, so give me a vigilance check. The vigilance is kind of like the insight for this system. It's kind of like wisdom. Yeah.
I imagine that at this point, Nightcrawler has had some experience with the Brood. So does he get the vibe that this is a hive mind?
I'll give you a vigilance check on that one as well. I'll give you an edge for it too.
that's more. Yeah, that's more or less what I was going for. But I wouldn't know that, like the Brood and the hive mind stuff. So
Tegan, can I do anything with wisdom?
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, there's no wisdom stat.
No, one of the powers I chose was wisdom. I clicked it into the Roll20 chat there.
Oh, okay. Let me take a look at that. No, that'd still be vigilance on that side. We can do logic on that though if you wish to.
So I rolled. What was that check? Did you say vigilance or
vigilance? Yeah.
So that's going to be a 14 with a fantastic success.
Nice. Yeah, so looking through, you've encountered the Brood before. You've seen hive minds. You definitely think that something, because the way they're kind of buzzing and watching you, even the one that Hawkeye like jabbed the arrow through and pulled him out of the way, the whole time, even with the arrow coming towards him, he continued to watch you guys. You definitely kind of worry that there's some hive mind or some telepathic kind of presence behind this.
And Nightcrawler would have no experience with telepaths.
Oh yeah, not at all.
So yeah, he's going to point that out to the group that there's definitely like a shared mental connection between the insects.
Is there any way we can break up that connection?
You guys really wouldn't think of one without kind of either destroying what connects them or just killing spree.
or whatever.
So we just have to find the source.
Yeah,
gotta kill the brain.
If it's telepathy, we have to find the source. Yeah.
So I say, with that knowledge, I think we just still got to try and find the. I mean, if they're watching us, we just got to try and find the bridge and try and get this ship out of the sky. It's the biggest one, so it's got to be something here that, if we can make our way to the bridge, maybe we can figure out where the connection is and maybe disrupt it to all the other ships.
I've been operating on the assumption since the moment we got in here that they knew we were here.
I was not.
Since he was, frying eggs or whatever.
Burning eggs, you guys blow a hole in the ship, turn shields off.
Yeah, they don't know we're here. It's fine.
They're busy. They're busy.
Are you saying that we're not working discreetly?
As discreet as a Hulk.
Yeah, so I'm going to push forward and try and find the bridge.
Sweet. Hawkeye, this time you are definitely sure you got the right direction with where you're going. Really, the bridge can only really be forward. So forward away as you go through these insectoid creatures, kind of all staring at you as you approach, to eventually you reach this kind of large door. In this door, you kind of see the smells a little less bad as you get to this section. Not as still muck, still kind of gunk on the floor, but a little less skunk. You do see kind of this just I wouldn't say ornate, but definitely stylized door blocking your way. You see it kind of mixed with kind of what would definitely seem to be precious metals, but not like the gold and silvers you're used to. They all seem a bit duller, a bit kind of more exotic as you approach, but you're fairly certain this should take you into the bridge.
So as we approach the door, any of the drones that are close enough to see that bust by the door, I want to just stab with my arrow as we're going, just to kind of limit a little bit of their visibility.
Can I melt a path through the door?
Sure, you can definitely burn through the door. So as you kind of Hawkeye stabbing drones, and Warhead is going through and burning down this door. As you burn it through, you see the bridge of the ship. And you see two of the attack drones kind of fluttering in the midst. But you also see in between them Annihilus himself. And Annihilus, you see this large creature with a carapace that almost looks like metal. Like it's so hardened, so kind of such a gleam to it that it looks like his skin is made of metal. You see his face. He's got this kind of just angular face with weird kind of green and purple coloring around him. And you see him stare at you, his eyes glowing, and in his hand, this control rod. And this rod you see is just brimming with cosmic energy. You see him holding that, his wings flexing, and he goes, "You dare defy Annihilus? You will meet your fate, and I will turn your planet into slag, all in the glory of my annihilation wave. All will know Annihilus, and then only the negative zone will prosper." And you see him kind of flex his wings. You see the drones kind of almost in unison flex their wings along with him. And we are going to get into combat with Annihilus. So this one should be a pretty interesting one. So we got to, let me throw in the map for the viewers.
And I thought Tony Stark was full of himself.
I said Annihilus's ego, and if anybody's read the comics of Annihilus, he loved. Like, I should have used his name like 6 more times in his speech. Like, he uses his name a ridiculous amount.
So I assume we're at kind of around like there.
Yep, exactly.
I'm actually going to close. I have my character sheet for me, so I'm just going to close it. Oh, I need to track my focus, though. I'll check it on my paper. Where did I put my pencil? There it is. You know what? I'm just going to use 2d10 and track it that way.
Sweet. I'll get these guys into initiative, and I'll get you all in there too. Still really weird with the Roll20 thing, like especially because like I saw other rolls in there. So Iceman's worked earlier, and Warheads is working now. I'm not sure why the other pre-gens didn't work, but
It's definitely got to be some sort of permission problem, but
yeah, it's weird. I cleared through the permissions and gave them all the ones I usually get for other games, but yeah.
Have anything to do with the characters not being pulled there into the or the list column there?
Into the what column?
The third column, but then I guess that's not correct because I see Iceman in there. So
honestly, I think it's probably a glitch with how they with the new Roll20 create your own character sheet mixed with the pre-gens with Marvel.
yeah, probably.
Because it's a new feature for Roll20 where players can make their own character sheet without the game master having to go in and do it. And I'm betting those two had a funky interaction with the code. Sweet. So you guys see Annihilus flexing. You see the drones preparing to dive in. Warhead, you are the first to act. What do you do?
Does the control rod look like something that can attack and damage?
The control rod, it doesn't. You see it kind of glowing with the cosmic glow. You could definitely try to take it away from him, but it doesn't seem like something that you could blow up.
All right, then. First, I will move, and the drone on my right or on my left, I'm going to attack.
All right.
Actually, no. I am going to try doing an elemental push on Annihilus to push him back and throw him into the controls behind him. See if I can find that.
Sweet. Give me the ego attack. And that's a contestant's agility. You meet it. Yeah, so you're how does that look as you blast him back?
Yeah, just throw him 3 spaces back, and I'd like to make a wisecracker along with that, saying, "Not today, Crab Man."
All right. Oops. So give me what's that? Another ego attack or check, I should say. Nice, and that is versus his what? Ego check. If that's versus his ego, that will succeed, so he is stunned. So you see kind of Annihilus short-circuiting a bit as that blast impacts against him and pushes him back.
Does that make him drop the rod or anything?
It does not make him drop the rod, unfortunately.
All right, that's all I can do.
Nightcrawler, you're up.
Well, I am going to teleport up behind him here, and I'm going to try and take the rod from him.
Sweet. You got 2 edges. Give me a melee check as you try to rip that out of his stunned hands.
So what does that mean by edge?
So edge, you get to re-roll 2 of your or you get to re-roll twice. Your 2 of your d6s, or 1 of your d6s, I should say. So you could re-roll that
I'm
4.
Well, so re-roll the 4. I'm going to re-roll the 4.
So you could try the Marvel dice at 6, but it'd be hard to get a 1 on that.
Oops! I re-rolled both of those.
Right.
So now it's
still
2
slightly
5s,
better, yeah.
So and this was what roll?
Melee. So what's your melee score on that one? You should be good either way, though.
I think it's
negative?
2. So that would put me at melee is 2. So 16.
Sweet. You rip away this cosmic control rod. You feel kind of just this raw power in your hand. Not really sure how to apply it, but you feel this just cosmic energy flowing in.
Okay. Is there any way I can interpret that, or am I going to have to wait another turn?
Probably have to examine it, kind of try to connect with it a little bit more on another turn.
Alrighty. Then that will do it for me.
Sweet. You see these drones buzzing. What is going to fly towards Nightcrawler and try to protect its master and smash into you.
I'm going to blink away.
Bamf away there. And the other is going to fly and try to engage with Warhead. Sweet. So you see it fly in and just smash hard for 13 damage, just kind of rocking into Warhead's armor. Hawkeye, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. So how many space? My move is 5. So I'm going to run up 5. I'm gonna run up to this drone. So I'm assuming it's in with range. He's not flying or anything, right?
Yeah, it's too low ceilings for them to fly.
Okay, so I'm gonna run up here and I'm going to double tap. So I'm going to roll an agility attack, and on a success, it just does damage, and on a fantastic, it does 2 times damage. It gives him a bleed.
Nice.
Oh, God, it's garbage. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 15.
15, that'll hit, yeah.
Okay. Because it's... Oh, hold on. That's my non-combat. My ability score is 4. Is that my bonus?
It's that'll be your bonus on that side, yeah.
Okay, so instead of 6, it's hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
It's still, and that was yeah, that's still just enough. Just
okay, 13. Okay, cool. So that's gonna be 5 times 4, which is 20, plus 4, so 24.
nice. You stick an arrow into this drone, it is bleeding. You see this greenish black blood gushing out, but it is still kind of just mindlessly continuing the fight, even though it looks like a strong tap could take it down.
That's my turn.
All right, Warhead, you're up.
Is there what looks to be like a window that's on the bridge or anything?
No window, but you do see kind of view screens, kind of one to the right of Nightcrawler, one to the left, kind of showing the New York skyline.
Okay, I'm just gonna do another push, elemental push, trying to separate Annihilus from Nightcrawler to make as much distance as I can from him.
All right.
Nice.
Solid. Yeah, you were able to blast him back further. So you see him smash into the viewport, or the kind of see it crack. Roll me a d6. Solid. You see him take 4 damage as he's kind of crashed into the viewport.
Then I'd like to make another wisecracker remark.
Okay.
Just say, what, you don't have much to say anymore?
Solid. Yeah, you see he is still stunned. Is the wisecracker, does it use focus or does it use something?
It's a reaction.
It doesn't use focus?
Nope, there's no prerequisite for it.
It's really powerful to give stun. Let me make sure I'm reading stunned right for this as well. Okay, yeah. Stunned is the same. That's a really powerful ability for no
if you get the fantastic success, the damage is doubled and he's stunned. So.
Then I heal back 4.
Nice. So you see him kind of crashed into the thing, and he is still stunned on his turn, so he does not act. Nightcrawler, you are up. And Brady can mute. And Nightcrawler, you are holding this cosmic control rod. You feel energy flowing through you, a power you've never really felt. But how are you approaching this? Are you going to try to channel that power? Are you going to play keep away with it? How would Kurt react?
I think his first inclination would be to keep it out of the hands of somebody darker. So I think he's just kind of teleport kind of behind his buddies here in order to keep it away from Annihilus.
Sweet.
And since I don't have any like ranged abilities or anything, I think that's about all I can do. Can I maybe, like, now that I've moved into a safer position, kind of examine a little bit and see if I can figure out how to work it?
Definitely. So there's no controls on it, but you do kind of feel it feel a connection to it, not in your mind like a telepath. Nightcrawler's had enough of those in his head, but you do kind of feel like almost a material connection to it. Are you kind of opening yourself to that connection to see what it can do?
Why not?
All right, give me your choice of either vigilance or resilience as you open yourself.
That will be. Let me see here. Either way, it's a +2. So.
Okay. You using any karma?
Yeah, let's reroll that 1.
All right.
All right, so that gets me up to 12.
You kind of feel some of the control rod's energy flowing through you. You don't feel a connection to Annihilus, but you do feel a connection to the drones. You're fairly certain that with probably a little bit of a push, you can pull these drones off attacking your friends and have them attack Annihilus with this control rod.
Am I able to do that this turn, or do I have to wait until next turn?
Fortunately, not with the 12, but next turn you've got a pretty easy TN to get that through.
Alrighty.
You see the drone is going to continue their assault. One is going to go try to smash into Hawkeye. The other is going to, if I do the math, I've got 5. Roll 20 changed their measuring thing, and it's weird. Too far away. So you see one of them flies up. You kind of see it like mandible goes down, and you see it try to hawk this acidic spit towards the warhead. Let's see if that goes. They've got bad agility though. Will a 13 hit your agility score, Warhead?
No, it's 15.
Nice. So you see this kind of just spit up acid come towards you, but luckily you're able to dodge aside. The other one is going to perform a kind of just both hands held high and smash down on poor Hawkeye.
So I'm going to use my reaction to do slow motion dodge, which gives you trouble, and it's against my agility.
Sweet. So that will be, I gotta re-roll that 6. So that should bring it down below your agility there, right?
Which my agility is a 14, so yep.
Nice. Yeah, you see this kind of both fists coming down, and you just hop back slow motion style. You see the creature smash the ground, strikes ineffectual.
And I've got another arrow notch, and I'm ready to just double tap this son of a gun.
Just put him out of his misery. Hawkeye, you're up.
So I'm just gonna. Doesn't double tap doesn't cost me anything, any focus. I don't think.
No, double taps for you. Yep.
Yep. So I'm just gonna try and double tap this guy. He missed me. I'm just gonna dodge out of the way and see if I can get just get this guy out of here. So that's a 6 for my Marvel die, 2 5s. So 6, 11, 16, plus my agility bonus, which is 4. So
That'll
20.
definitely hit. What was that Marvel die again?
6.
Sweet. So that's going to be a nice damage on that one.
Yeah, so it's going to be 24, 28 damage.
Nice. Put this guy down hard.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just he tried to hit me, and then I just roll out of the way on my back and just obliterates this guy from my back.
Nice. Warhead, you're up.
All right, I'm just gonna keep trying to do what I've been doing. Keep the Nihilus out of the fight. So I will do another elemental push, kind of pushing him along the wall there.
Holy crap! You're getting so lucky on your rolls.
All right, and that is versus his agility. That'll just hit, yeah.
Then my wisecracker is try that in a small town.
Ego attack will actually fail this time. Unless you want to use some edge. Or karma.
Yeah, I'll use a karma to re-roll. So what, you just re-roll one of the dice or re-roll the whole thing?
Reroll one.
So that one I'll just re-roll.
Oof. Will of the dice on that one.
Yep.
You see Annihilus looks furious. Having been blasted around the ship, you see he's just kind of reeling. And he looks between Nightcrawler and Warhead. You see kind of his eyes torn between his cosmic control rod and getting revenge on the one that has been pummeling him. You see he chooses revenge. Go on mute. But he's dashing towards Warhead. You see him fly over the panel. And you see he hauls back this just meaty hand, and he is going to try and smash you. And he is going to, it's add a +1 to the melee attack bonus for every 2 points of focus they spend. He is going to spend 10 points of focus on that one.
Mad.
And he's furious. You see him kind of just blink, and he goes, "No one blast Annihilus!" And he looks at you, blue one. You return my control rod to Annihilus. And he smashes through with his melee attack. Why does it say 136? Why does it say? That is weird.
That just hits.
Let's re-roll that. I'm not sure why that's a really big number. Weird. Yeah, he is furious, but not that furious. Let's refresh my page and see if that'll get him back to still 116. All right. I'm just going to roll 3d6. I'm not sure why they're giving crazy numbers now. 6, 5 plus that. So 20 on you melee. Does that hit Warhead?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Sweet. So that'll be times 5 times 5, so 25, 31, plus the extra bit from his smash. So that'll be 36 damage. He just comes through and clobbers you. Just bashes you in and makes a chunk out of the armor, and you see a little dent form on the ground next to you as Annihilus unleashes. And Nightcrawler, you are up. Get an attempt to kind of use.
I will attempt to use the control rod.
Sweet. You've softened the way. You just need to get a TN11 to be able to turn this droid against his former master.
Well, that is a 12 without a modifier, so.
Nice. So you guys see this cosmic rod flare to life. You see energy running through Nightcrawler, and you see the drone kind of turn its focus from Hawkeye and Warhead and kind of just mindlessly focuses on Annihilus. And Nightcrawler, you kind of not going to hear him in your head or kind of feel the drone in your head. You just kind of, you sense a connection and you realize it's going to be, as long as you can have this rod in your control, it is going to be targeting your enemies.
Sweet.
The drone is going to rock up and try to see if it can actually hit Annihilus. Oh, why is this not rolling? Oh, now mine's not even rolling. All right, I'm just going to use dice for these now. Sweet, so that will be nice. Got a Marvel, 1 on the Marvel die, 9, 15, as well as it's 19, which will hit Annihilus. So you see him rock up on Annihilus and just bash into him, training his former master, and he hits him for 12, 14. Hits him for 17 damage as he kind of collides in, and Nihilus is looking rough. Looking bloodied, I'll say, and kind of bewildered at the betrayal of his former drone. Hawkeye, you're up.
All right, so I'm gonna run a little bit here. So I'm gonna run up 1, 2, 3, get to about right here, and I'm going to double tap. Or I'm sorry, I'm gonna stopping power. So I'm gonna spend 5 focus.
All right.
So I am at 35 focus. Roll my dice down, 35, so I keep track. And then so it's gonna be my normal agility attack. And if it's fantastic, I get double damage and an additional ranged attack. So let's see what I get. It's not fantastic, but it is a 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Nice. That'll hit.
Yes. So it's going to be 5 times 24 damage to hit. Or 24 damage total.
So you lodge that arrow, can see it pierce through his hardened exoskeleton. You see kind of the first traces of blood kind of flowing through his armor as the Nihilus. You guys see it is kind of insect eyes, this hardened carapace around them. You see the kind of the first traces of fear kind of flowing into the leader.
Can I use my reaction to make an ego attack, like just to taunt him a little bit?
Yeah. So you don't have the wisecracker, but you can definitely talk some shit to him. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say like, no one makes an Nihilus bleed, and that's really low. So nothing.
You do see he kind of looks a little bewildered as he looks from his own blood up. This is definitely thrown off his game a bit. Warhead, you're up.
All right, since he made me bleed my own blood, I'm just gonna step right here and do another push, send him backwards. Or not.
Fortunately, he was ready for your game this time, and you see him hold up his arm and block the blast.
All right.
Sweet. He is up. He is bleeding. He is hurt. He looks mad. You see, like, he's just gathering up this energy within him, and he just releases it in a blast. You kind of see this glowing, like, black and gold energy surrounding him, and you see it going Nova. So he is going to make an ego check compared to the.
Why did I have to move closer?
I think it's 10 spaces. Yeah, it'd be with 10 spaces, so it got you either way. See how this goes. So you guys compare this to your resilience defense, and for every character, enemy within 10 spaces, we add +1 to the character's melee damage bonus for every 2 focus points they're spending. He is spending 10 of his. So anybody with a 17 or below is hit on this one. I forgot to roll the damage for it. So
you said within how many spaces?
10 spaces. Is Nightcrawler safe?
No.
No.
So does anybody have a resilience above 17?
11.
I'll tell you, this really isn't like it's actually Warhead may. I'll say Nightcrawler and Hawkeye are the don't get hit crew.
14, so it still hits me.
All right. Let me multiply that.
17 was really good.
He does have the best ego, surprisingly. Oh, what's Nightcrawler doing?
I can't teleport out of the range of it. So
Oh.
I was thinking I might be able to, but I'm not able to. Because I can only go 3 on a blink. So yeah, my resilience is 12.
Sweet. So you guys take 4 times 5, 20 damage, plus 3, 23, plus the 5 for the extra focus points he spent. So 28 damage as this supernova just eclipses the area. You see the control panel gets like scrapped as he unleashes, endangering his own ship, but fighting for his life as he blasts through. And you are up, Nightcrawler. You got control of the drone. You don't need to focus on that. You can do whatever you like now.
All right, so I'm going to teleport up to him, and I am going to drop kick him using my double. I think it's called double kick or something like that.
Yeah, double flying kick, I think.
Double flying kick, yeah. So that is a melee attack, and if I get it's double damage and prone if I get a fantastic success.
Nice. Oh no, yeah.
That's not a fantastic success.
Yeah.
So that would be
Is it more than 17?
12, 13. No, it is not. I'm gonna re-roll that 1 with karma.
All right. That should be more than 17 now.
That should put me at. Nope, that puts me at 16.
That's rough. Do you have less than 2 combat or 2 melee?
I have 2 melee. Or am I doing my math wrong?
Yeah, because 6 plus 5, 11, 15. Yeah, I should put you at 17 exactly.
Okay, yeah. All right, then. So then it would be regular damage. So sorry, I keep having to drop my character sheet because it covers everything.
Yeah, no worries.
So times 3. So
18.
18 plus 2, so 20 damage.
Nice. You baff into existence, drop kick this guy with a flying kick. You see kind of a dents form in his carapace, blood draining even faster. He was bloodied before. He is looking rough now. You definitely see he is getting towards the end of his fighting ability. You see as you drop kick it, the drone almost in perfect synchronicity with you tries to go in for a punch to Annihilus's face, kind of responding to your innate thoughts through the control rod.
Alrighty.
Super weird. Yeah, now I can't roll for the drone either. I was rolling for the drone before, but not now. Not sure what's up with roll 20. But so 3, 8, 10, 14. And unfortunately, you see him try to kind of go through a double team with you on his former master, but this time the hit just bounces off of Annihilus's armor, leaving the tyrant unscathed. Hawkeye, you are up.
I am barely standing right now. I'm not sure how I'm even alive right now from that. So I'm not really sure what to do at this point because I'm just gonna try and stopping power him again. So I'm gonna spend my five focus to try and do the stopping power. So
Throw some stopping power into that.
oh god, okay, I need this sucks. Oh, I don't think that's gonna hit. 5, 9, 10, 11, 15.
For agility, unfortunately, that will not hit unless you've got some edge to try to spin to make it better. Nope.
I am really hurting right now.
Yeah, Hawkeye, you see, kind of bleeding, notches that other arrow, shoots it in. But unfortunately, its aim's true, but unfortunately, there's not enough power behind it to pierce.
I mean, you would see me barely pulling back the like barely making the draw on my bow. Like it's not good.
You see Annihilus just huffing, and he goes, "You were trying to kill Annihilus with a bow? Return my rod before I put you primitives back in your place."
Oh no.
Warhead, you are up.
All right. I'm going to sidestep and try to do a push.
Nice, that'll hit.
And then I will do a wisecracker in the form of a favorite quote from a sci-fi movie. Get away from her, you bitch.
Nice. You see Annihilus is stunned as he's pushed back. And yeah, stunned. He loses his turn. Nightcrawler, you are up.
Well, I'm going to try and flying kick him again.
All right.
So Tegan, real quick.
Mhm.
On the wisecracker, it's only stunned if it's a fantastic.
Oh, it's only stunned if it's a fantastic?
Yeah, so the character corrects a joke. On success, it does regular focus damage. On fantastic, the damage is doubled and the target is stunned.
Oh, that was my bad. I thought it was stunned on a regular one. So
Yeah.
he is still up. Nightcrawler, get your damage in, though, first.
I don't
does that
think
hit?
so that would only be like 14.
14. Yeah, unfortunately, you just kind of bounce against his hole, but you do see he's glowing and kind of just enraged as he's going through. You see he's gathering some cosmic energy within himself, reduced a bit without the cosmic. Would you?
I have not moved yet, so I'm going to take that opportunity to teleport over here.
Fair enough. And he's going to blast at Warhead, trying to return the favor. Sweet. That is a 9. The 19 hits, right?
Sure does.
All right. That is 23 damage as you see just Annihilus blast through, bleeding from multiple wounds, but still pushing through and trying to fight to the end and regain control of his control rod as well as his ship. But the drone is up, and that drone is going to continue trying to wail upon his master, and he is going to try to clobber him. Oh, that's real bad. Yeah, so you see he tries to clobber him. The drone just straight misses. He got like a 6. He got 2 ones, but not on the good dice. 2 on the good dice. So you see he just swings wide. Hawkeye, you're up. You're bleeding. Nihilus does look fairly rough.
Yeah, so I am going to just if I'm going to die, I'm going to die a hero. So I'm going to move in 5, 1, 2, 3, right into him, and I'm going to try and double tap. So it's no focus, but success is just normal damage. Fantastic is 2 times plus a bleed.
All right.
So let's see. Come on. I need a fantastic. I haven't had one in a long time. No.
Fantastic.
Oh God, I suck at this game.
How bad?
5, 6, 7, 8, 12.
12. Yeah, unfortunately, Hawkeye, you feel your strength fading. You try to double tap him with an up close shot with the bow, but just can't get that strength behind it. That strength that usually comes so easily is evading you right now.
I'm so dead.
Warhead, you are up.
All right, I'm going to move in and try to see if I can slam him into a wall.
Nice, all right. Perfect. You just blast him back, smashing him into the same view screen again.
Then I'll say, you've been revoked.
Nice. Get some damage on that one, but not a fantastic success. So he is still up. He is looking pretty near the end of his life. But he does see this archer in front of him who keeps trying to bring him down with the bow. You see he raises his fist up. It is kind of just shivering almost as he tries to bring down one last smash.
Okay, so yep. Go ahead. Yeah,
Oh.
you resolve that, and I get to do my slow motion here. So you get to make an agility attack against me, and then if I beat it, you have trouble on your attack.
Sweet. So 12. 12 plus what's it at? So 18.
So that's with the trouble.
Oh, sorry. With the trouble, let me re-roll that 6. Oops. That brings it down. What is that now? That's 2, 7. Yeah, that brings it down to 13.
No, thank God I'm still alive.
Yeah, that went from a 6 to a 1.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna like slow motion, like grab his fist and just kind of slowly move it like over, so it like just barely misses me.
You kind of matrix through, guiding that fist away from you. You feel some power behind it. That would have done 30 damage if it did go through. It had rolled high on that Marvel dice, but luckily you were able to kind of slow motion through it. Nightcrawler, you are up.
How bad is he looking right now?
He is looking very rough. Looking a little punch drunk now.
So I am going to spend 15 focus.
Oh.
Wow. What are you doing?
Because I can do this all day. So that would be 25 left. And that's going to give me another 30 health.
Nice.
But that is going to be basically my turn because I'm going to stay put where I'm at. But
what does Nightcrawler look like as he kind of gets that Captain America endurance spirit through him?
It doesn't look like Steve Rogers. It looks like he is his head is somewhat bowed and he's muttering to himself, If you were close enough, you would see that he is saying Hail Marys in German.
Nice. Definitely fitting for Kurt. You definitely see him stand a little bit taller, look a little less weary, a little less bloodied up as he gets that second kind of fighting spirit through him. And luckily, he's still got that cosmic control rod, so his drone is going to go up and try to whammy the Nihilus. My dice that fell. Nice. I'm not sure if this will hit still, but got a 1 on his Marvel dice, so this will be a fantastic success. 6, 12. That will hit. Just hits, but it hits.
His drone doing work.
So he is clobbering this guy. He is going to. So what's that? A fantastic. They take double damage. That was a 6 on the Marvel die.
And he's not prone.
So 12, 15, 30. Yeah. The drone is going to finish him with that double damage.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Semper Tyrannus.
He had 24 HP left, so that Marvel dice came in handy. So you see Annihilus' own drone under the command of Nightcrawler, reach, kind of just punch at Annihilus, grab him by the throat, and then reach his hand down through Annihilus' mouth and just rip out his throat. And you see Annihilus crumple to the ground, vanquished. But you see, kind of looking around this pretty messed up looking bridge, you see smoke billowing out. The control panel that was directing the ship completely wiped out from Annihilus' supernova. And you guys see with the one viewport that Annihilus didn't get smashed into, this ship is starting to take a nosedive. You see, starting to see skyscrapers get a little uncomfortably close. What are our heroes doing?
And the control.
Can I try to steer it?
Fortunately, the panel looks pretty rough. You could try to, if you wanted to repackage or try to rewire some pieces, see if you can get some type of control through the viewport. But it's going to be a pretty hard target number on that side.
What kind of check would that be?
Logic.
Not me.
I will mosey my way over there and see it because I was able to get the shields and stuff down, but maybe I can get the shields back up so we don't crash. Might have been a bad call. So I will move over here slowly but surely, limping my way over, and I will try a logic roll here. So it's going to be
a 1 is 15.
A 1 bonus on my logic check. So let's get something good here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
You're kind of trying to bring some of the wires together to get some control back to the panel, but it is kind of plummeting quickly, and unfortunately the controls aren't very responsive. You do get like a little flicker back, kind of just a little directional nudge, but definitely not enough to get it.
And I'm doing it like, where's Jarvis, or where's just trying to jam stuff together to figure this out.
Where's Tony when you need him?
Can I burn a hole through the bridge and for us to escape out of?
Yeah, you could definitely burn a hole to escape out of.
So I'll work on that as they're trying to do.
Do I get the sense that this control rod controls all of the drones or just the ones here on the bridge?
Actually, with that logic, you get all the drones. Annihilus was probably pretty much the only one that wasn't beholden to that control rod. You gonna try to do something fancy? Try to get to the one of the drones too?
I'm gonna try to get all the drones that are flying around the city attacking stuff to try and fly to the ship and push it towards away from the city.
Nice. Give me either a vigilance or a resilience roll, same ones you had before last time. But I'm going to give you an edge on this one too, so you can re-roll one of those dice.
Okay. I'm going to re-roll the Marvel die.
All right. Nice.
So
Let's go.
that will bring me up to 14 with that, but that fantastic.
Sweet. You feel it's sluggish at first, but you kind of extra push through. You start to feel those drones responding. You see the drone in here fly out through the hole that Warhead burned into the ship, and start. You kind of see it like bracing its arms aboard the dreadnought, and you start to feel these little bumps and bumps and bumps as all these drones start to come and lift up the ship. And you see like they can't fully lift the ship, but they are able to kind of make it glide through and lift it up enough so it doesn't collide with the skyscrapers in New York. And you guys see the Hudson coming up real quick as these drones are leading it out of New York City. And I probably assume you guys are bailing out through Warhead's Hole, right?
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to get down, though, safely.
Am I able to carry at least Hawkeye?
You definitely be able to take Hawkeye. And I'm pretty sure Nightcrawler, you can do some crazy bath acrobatics to hopefully keep your momentum low.
Teleport to like a nearby skyscraper. That's
I scramble over to Warhead and just cling on like for my life, because if one of I am so close to dying, like
This might
How
hurt a
bad
little,
are
but it's
you?
better than the alternative.
How much health do you have left, Hawkeye? 2.
two.
Battered and bruised, you make it through. So Warhead, you see Hawkeye grab it onto you. You see the ship kind of heading towards the Hudson. You're able to make it away out of the hole that you've burned. Nightcrawler, you bamf along with them, making your way to the skyscraper, and you guys get a good view of this dreadnought. This colossal ship controlled by a nihilist just smashing into the Hudson. And you see like this big burst of water as it goes through, but you prevented it crashing into the New York City skyline, saving thousands, if not millions, of lives. And as you guys look around, you still do see other ships around, but you see they're not firing. You start to see like they're almost seem like they're just waiting for the next command. You guys have saved the city, and Nightcrawler of all people has the cosmic control rod and the control of the annihilation wave, and that is where we'll wrap up our story.
awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you, Tegan. That was great.
Tegan, that was awesome, dude. That was so much fun.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Thanks, guys. Little Roll20 difficulty. I'm not sure what's going on with them. Still, actually, I'm gonna give a shout out to Roll20. After one of the latest videos, they did hook me up with some Marvel stuff too. So even though it was a little goofy, thanks for that today. Yeah, so this was the Marvel Multiverse system. Definitely thank you, viewers, for tuning in. Putting up a little bit of those tech difficulties as well. But definitely, this is one I'd recommend checking out. It's a fun one. It's fast paced. Especially, this is a good one in person. Now, you have to do a little bit of multiplication if you play in person. I know that's not everybody's favorite, but it's one you just need D6s and 3 of them. You can play it and keep it moving, and everything is usually fairly straightforward with it. Before we wrap up, though, I'll kind of turn it over to the crew and see if you guys had any thoughts or the system or kind of how it works or just kind of how the Marvel Multiverse game is set up.
I played with Tegan at Gen Con, and it was a blast there too. It's definitely more of a I feel like it's more of a system that's built to like have a lot of like just good fun, and not necessarily one that's meant to super test you, although we got tested pretty hard, I think, there at the last battle.
Yeah, it's definitely not a dungeon crawler where you're gonna be like gonna put to the test,
Yeah, I was gonna say just that. It was definitely not a dungeon crawler, right? There was a little bit of RP with the scenario on the ground, right? Just getting involved. But once we got into combat, it was really fun. Like having only put 5 or 6 hours maybe total of just looking at the book, and I didn't know the system before I played today, and I feel pretty comfortable about how this, at least Hawkeye's balanced, right? How his powers worked out and how I could get in there. Now, Hawkeye doesn't have a lot of health, which I figured that out at the end, right? So one Chaos Nova or whatever it was from an island hit me for 28 points. I was 2 points away from being dead from one attack, right? So clearly I misplayed that a little bit, right? And I'm glad that Tegan, you gave me a little bit of leeway with the reaction there and allowing me to make an ego attack using my reaction. But had I not done that, I could have negated most of that, probably from one of my dodge rolls, right? So the flexibility of this system seems really, really fun, and it's very easy. Like the 3d6 system just works. It was really hard at first to say, like, how am I going to have fun with 3d6? That's it. It's the only dice I get to roll. But it was fun because, I don't know, it just was fun. I can't really explain it outside that.
I agree with that, because when I first I heard about the system just using one set of dice for everything, I was skeptical because it seems like it just didn't seem like it shouldn't fit. But it does work well, and I like how they have it set up with the damage dice, or the Marvel dice doing your damage, so it's all one roll. You don't have to, like, because rolls sometimes can slow down, especially if you're playing in person, or like we had to do today where the system wasn't calculating your stuff for you. Rolls could slow things down, so it's nice to have one roll that calculates pretty much your whole turn on that side.
And it keeps it simple, right? It's not overly complicated, and it just was easy.
And like for me, it's always fun to play in a world you know well, even if you don't know the RPG system very well.
Definitely. And one thing I will say, go ahead, Brent.
I enjoyed making a character, and it wasn't that bad, so I highly recommend that. It only took me maybe a half hour at the most to make my character.
Yeah, and you actually kind of got my next point too, because I played Mask, Champions, Mutants and Masterminds is my other big favorite. But actually, outside of Mask, because Mask is super system light. But this was probably the easiest out of like the more complex, like Champions, Mutants, and Masterminds to make a character. Because those ones, like, I didn't have like. Brent, did you end up playing Mutants and Masterminds with us? Or did you make a character for that system? I can't remember if you did or not.
No, I didn't play that with you guys yet.
Okay. Because one of the hard things with Mutants and Masterminds, I like these systems for different reasons, but the hard things with Mutants and Masterminds, you have to, like, it takes a couple hours to build your first character. A lot of flipping back and forth with the books. I had, like, my first character, I was on the Discord asking a ton of questions, and whenever I took new players into the system, I usually scheduled like an hour or two call just to go through the whole thing with them, just so they can make it easy. But the nice thing with this one, I didn't talk to anybody about the character builds who built their own, and they have like 100 pre-gens you could use, so it's super easy just to pick up and play and have some fun.
Yeah, the character generator, or the character generator, it's really helpful and user friendly to guide you through.
That's a really good one. Yeah, Roll20 did a great job with that character generator. It's super easy, guides you through every selection you need to make, and kind of just makes it straightforward on that side. Oh, and Wonder Bread, go ahead.
Have you tried making your own character through here?
Oh, yeah, I built Nihilus using it.
Oh, okay.
He's surprised. I hope they're doing a cosmic book initially and throwing a Nihilus in, because he's not in. My favorite non-mutant superhero, Silver Surfer, is not in, which is bummer. So I'm hoping that I'll probably actually do a video making him sometime. But yeah, so I'm expecting a cosmic book down the line. The next two books, though, X-Men's first, which I'm super excited about. I'm hoping they do like another 100 X-Men characters, or X-Men related characters. Spider-Verse is next. I'm pretty excited. Spider-Man's a really good Rose Gatherer. I'm not sure how many of them are already in the book, but that'll be cool to see. And I'm hoping Cosmic is next. They already have the Guardians in there, so I'm not sure who would be the focal point for the book. But there's still a whole bunch of cool Cosmic characters that haven't been put in yet, so I'm hoping they get a shot there. But Wonder Bread, I saw your comment. Unfortunately, we aren't doing a giveaway for this one. One of the thorns, I have my review up for the system this weekend. One of the thorns of this system is that they don't have a purchasable PDF. And usually what I do is purchase the PDF to give away for them. The only way you can do it is buy it through Kindle or Roll20, and those are a little pricey, unfortunately. So we weren't able to do a giveaway for this one. Definitely recommend checking it out, either through Roll20 if you want a virtual tabletop, or the book itself has some really cool artwork. So I highly recommend the book if you like hardcovers.
Yeah, I will definitely recommend the book. I picked it up yesterday, and it's awesome. The art is fantastic. It smells like a new book, which is always good. And it's fun to. I like physical books, so I wanted to get it. And the book has all of the character sheets, all of the characters available in it with their sheets and stats, so you don't have to, make a character sheet. You can just use the one in the book, but it also has blanks in the back also, so you can use it to build your own character sheets straight out of the book. So
they did a great setup with it. It looks like it looks like a comic too, like a hardcover, really good hardcover, but it looks like a comic.
I think most of the art in the book is not original to the book. It's from comics, but they did a very good job of choosing which images they used.
Yeah, so definitely what I recommend. Definitely check by this weekend sometime. I'm not sure when it'll be up, but we're going to do the review of the system. But also keep an eye out. I'm speaking with him Friday. I'm not sure when I'm going to have the video edited down, but we're doing another Meet the Maker. Matt Forbeck, the creator of the Marvel Multiverse system, is gracious enough to join us for an interview discussing it. That'll be out sometime this weekend, so keep an eye out for that. As well as our September game of the month. We're doing voting live on our Patreon. I'll throw a link in the description. Right now, the Old Gods of Appalachia RPG is winning, which was what I've been pretty excited to check out. It's one I'm hopefully going to bully my wife into playing because she loves the podcast. She's not
check
much
that
of a
podcast out if you like horror. It's very good.
It's kind of like a good folk horror. It's cool because it's set in like the Appalachia area of the U.S. So it's really good. Like new season starts today or tomorrow. Season 4 is out today or tomorrow. I'm not sure which one, so check that out too. But if you want to go through, vote for that. We also have Dragonbane, which is in second place right now by Free League, as potential options. We'll be announcing that during the review video for Multiverse, whichever one wins. We're closing voting on the 25th. But overall, thank you guys for hanging out. Definitely shout out in the comments anything you like about the system you've seen so far. And until next time, everybody.